Still a robot.
What did you do, Adam, to your chair?
So in the Fantasy Grounds, on the Fantasy Grounds table, in the chat bar on the left, where you see Rogue, Bard, and Paladin maybe, type in what class you are thinking about playing.
Jimmy, what did I do the other day?
Rolled a character.
Which one did I do?
I can't remember.
Not can I?
No, it doesn't matter, does it?
Just steam back.
I don't know then.
And if you guys want to go outside the standard 12 classes of 5e, you also have the possibility of the Defier, which I created. Also, Matthew Mercer's Blood Hunter and Witch Hunter classes are in here as well. So if you're thinking about doing those, you're able to do it. Which Shundry has just decided Witch Hunter. That's awesome. Okay, so Rogue, Bard, maybe a Paladin, maybe another Paladin, or Blood Hunter or Witch Hunter and a Witch Hunter. Okay, so that's cool. So here's what we're going to do. Each of you go ahead and, if the character creation window isn't open, go ahead and click on the PC button in the upper right and open the window. And click the green plus to start a character. And when you have the character open, go ahead and just type your real name, like Rich or Adam or Ren or something, in the character's name for the time being, so I can start to know your voices and those of you, because 2 of you I know real well, but the other 4 I got to get to know. And then what we're going to do is, you guys voted that you wanted to do the roll 4, drop 1 for attributes and put them in any order you want. So for those of you that know how to hotkey 4d6, go ahead and do that. And for those that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I will walk you through that. So the hotkeys are on the bottom of the screen, the little brown boxes. And by virtue of holding Shift, Alt, and Control and any number of different ways of holding those keys or not holding any, you have 96 possible boxes that you can hotkey in the little brown spaces. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to put 4d6 in there for you to be able to just click it and roll. So how you do that is you left click the d6 in the dice down on the left where you see all the dice. You see the 20, the 12, the 10, 8, 6, and 4. So left click the d6 and hold it. And while you're holding it, you can drag it around your screen. And once you know you've got it held, right click it 3 times and still holding it. And you'll see that it has 4d6 there. And when you have that, you can drag that and drop it down into one of those brown boxes. So Joe managed to roll. That's good. But let me know when you have it. And you guys can test it. You can, once it's in the box, you can click it
in my shortcut box.
See if it's good for you.
I think I got it.
Okay, does anybody not have it? Okay, that means you all have it. Okay, so now we'll go in order. We'll start with Joe. Joe, you can click that button 6 times, and we will look at your numbers.
Oh, look at them rolls apart from the 5.
Nice.
Okay, so I need to make a note here.
What button are we clicking?
Not yet. I'll tell you. So Joe. Okay, so Joe got 14. It looks like a 16. 9. Okay, so check me here, Joe. You dropped the lowest die, so I have you down at 14, 14, 14, 4, 16, 9. Does everybody think that's right?
Yep.
Okay. So now, Richard, go ahead with yours. One more, Richard. Okay, so
Oh
Richard's
my god, that
got
roll.
13,
Same as this is the same as what I rolled.
11.
Oh,
This is going to
boy.
be fun. 15. Now remember, these are your abilities these are your raw ability scores. So once you pick a race, you will get a couple additions to these. So Richard, 13, 11, 15, 14, 10, 4.
Oh my god, that 4's gonna kill me.
Okay, so Adam, go ahead.
Not bad.
Nice.
So 16, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8.
Ooh.
Hey, Newfie Nate, thanks for
Sounds
the
about right
follow,
to
man.
me.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
Michelle, you're
targeting.
next. So go ahead and hit that button 6 times.
Good rolls.
Okay, so 9, 13, 13, 15, 13, 11. And, oh no, that was Michelle. Yeah, okay, so Ren, go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay.
They're good as well, apart from the low one. Yeah.
I'm okay with the low one.
Okay, so 15, 5, 12, 15, 11, 4. Okay, cool. So, oh yeah, by the way, at this time, if you guys want to, so that you can kind of distinguish yourselves amongst each other, in the upper right hand of the screen, there's these little small buttons up there. The blue one on the lower left looks like a paint palette. It's colors. If you open that, you can then mess around. You can monkey around, and it'll change the color of your dice, and it'll also change the dot to correspond in the upper left of the screen next to your character icons, which you don't have yet, but you can see where your names are. And so the best thing to do, because this might come into play for maps and stuff, is to everybody should have a distinctly different color. Go ahead, Adam. I'm sorry. What were you?
For the players, those with differently shaped, that is the right.
Oh my God, he sounds like he's dying.
He's messed his mic up again. We should just ignore the viewers when they say your mic's crap, okay? Because it was perfect earlier.
Yeah, the player your guys' buttons might be a little different, but it should still be the blue one that looks like a paint palette. But it looks like you all found it. Okay, so next thing we want to do is you want to decide your race. So when you decide your race and pick it, when you pull it onto your character sheet, which I'll show those of you that don't know how to do it, it'll change your stats. But I guess you know what let's not do that yet, because
Put your stats in first.
you got to put your stats in, but you got to put your stats in according to how you want them, based on what class you're going to play, probably. Like if you're going to be a rogue, you probably want a high dex, so you want to use your highest number as your dex. So is there anyone who yet hasn't, and don't get ahead of me. I appreciate the portrait, Richard, but please don't get ahead of me on steps, because then I get really out of order and I can't keep up with what we're doing with everybody. So you don't have to
Okay.
erase. You don't have to erase. You can keep that.
Remember, he's 80.
But I want to make sure I cover everything with everybody, so we all got the same stuff as we build the characters today. So is there anybody who for sure hasn't decided what class they want to be? Just speak up if you don't know. Oh, so everyone's decided. Awesome. Okay, so what we'll do then is we will go ahead and put in our ability scores. So everybody from if you go to notes on the upper right where the button is that says notes, click on that, and you should see one that says players. If you open that, you'll see where I've written your guys' names and what you scores that you rolled were, in case you didn't write them down yourself or remember them or whatever. They're all there. So go ahead and apply those on your character sheet. And how you do that is you just, on your character sheet, on the left-hand side of the front page, the main page, all the ability scores are there. You just click on it with your mouse and type in what you want in whichever attribute you want it. Now remember, when you add your race, like if you get a dwarf, you get a +1 strength and a +1 charisma or whatever it is, those are going to get added in for you. So just put those raw numbers in as you want to have them. And if you have any trouble or you need help, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm not sure which abilities would be best for a witch hunter.
Okay, so here's what I can tell you that.
Okay.
Anybody that wants to have a look at a particular class, go ahead and click on the classes button on the right-hand side. And that's going to open a window that has all the classes on it. So you can scroll all the way down to Witch Hunter, and you can open that and start reading it. And with a Witch Hunter, I believe the main attributes for the Witch Hunter are strength or dexterity is going to be your highest ability score for fighting. And wisdom is your second highest. So that's what you'd want to do for Witch Hunter.
Thanks.
I don't know what we're going to do about Michael. He might have just given up. By the way, if you guys are whispering me in Discord, chances are that I will not see that. So you want to whisper me on the Fantasy Grounds table itself. And for those that don't know how to do that, you type in a / and then a W and a space, and then you start typing the person's name. For me, it's GM. And if a person has a big long name, you can hit the tab key and it will fill in the name for you. And then you can whisper them. So like I just whispered Ren, so you guys don't see it, but she does.
Yeah,
And
I
then
see that.
if you want to if you want to reply to a person, all you have to do is push /R and then space and then type your reply. So again, if you guys want to, someone's already, well, I can't really tell everybody what's happening, but if you want to whisper me, suffice it to say, do that in Fantasy Grounds so that I can see it. Oh, and let me mention another thing. If you guys are watching the stream, that's perfectly fine. But I encourage you to somehow open a window or block the screen itself.
Ooh.
Hey, Cathiel, thanks for the follow. I hope I'm saying that right, Cathiel. Because you want to be able to see the chat, but you don't want to be able to see the screen, which is my screen, which is going to have DM information on it. It'll just ruin your fun. So if you are watching the stream on Twitch, open another browser window over the top, or shrink your Twitch window, or do whatever you have to do to block out the actual video, and just have the chat window open so that you don't see the stream, because if you see the stream, it's going to just ruin it for you. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so you guys are typing in all your abilities. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got Adam's done. Looks like Joe's done. Michelle's done. Richard's done. Okay, you guys are all done. Okay, so now If you don't have the classes window open, go ahead and open the classes window.
You might have to tell people to open the library, Rob, because we're just connected.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yep. Sorry about that. You guys got to open all these modules. Okay, so everybody should go to their library and basically open every module. This is going to maybe lock up your machine or whatever, but don't worry about it. It'll come back. But pretty much open every module you have available to you there. All the ones with my little purple picture on it. All the player's handbook, the Elemental Evil Players Compendium, the Volo's Monster Player's Guide. Open everything. Just open them all.
Unearthed Arcana one?
The Unearthed Arcana is the Ranger class that they just updated, which you can play if you'd like.
But it's only the Ranger class, it's not all the other ones.
No, not all the other ones haven't been done yet, just the Ranger. The other ones are on their way. As a matter of fact, I was talking to somebody on the Fantasy Grounds forums about that today, but the Ranger one, that's the only one that's done and been published.
Yeah, that's a good use of that old book, Unearthed Arcana, which I used to have years ago. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. Unearthed Arcana is just what WotC's calling their playtest material.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I like
yeah.
that.
So after you guys have all those open, then the database will have everything that you need. So now once everybody's got all that open, then go ahead and click your classes button on the right hand side of the screen. And you'll see that it has all the classes in there. So in some cases there's two. Like, for example, Barbarian. There's a Barbarian class from the Sword Coast Adventures Guide. There's one from the Player's Handbook. Those are pretty much the same. They just have different archetypes. But it won't really matter which one you pick because Fantasy Grounds has all the information mixed together in one big pool. So if you drag either one of the duplicates to your sheet, it's fine. Yeah, Adam, you're right. It won't matter, though. When you add the class of the race backwards and forwards, it doesn't change anything. Your voice is still weird. Say that again.
Unless it wants to do ocean bonus.
Unless it wants to do what bonus? Is there any class that changes your Constitution bonus? Yeah, okay, I guess. Well, okay. And by the way, you're whispering me. I don't know if you know that. No one else can see what you're telling me. But unless you mean for that, I don't know why you would be whispering that. He's basically Adam's telling me that to put the race first because in case you want to be genocide. Okay, so let's do that. I should be following my own character creation instructions, which, by the way, are on the Fantasy Grounds forums that I did like a year ago, and I don't even follow my own advice. So instead, don't do the class yet. Do the race. So go ahead and click on the races. And Joe's already chosen to be an Aaracokra. So whatever you guys choose for your race, just take that little brown shield and drag it and drop it onto your character sheet in the race column. And again, Joe, please don't get ahead of me. Even if you know what you're going to do, don't go ahead until I tell people to do it. I've done this a million times with people before, and if people start to get ahead, it really screws stuff up. So please don't go ahead until we get to whatever step we're on.
Okay.
Let me go back to Discord and see. He's still signed on, but he's not. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna incorporate Joe. We might not Joe. I'm sorry, Michael. I got to get to know your guys' names. Okay, so everybody but Michelle's chosen a race. Are you having trouble at all, Michelle? Or you just haven't decided?
I just haven't decided.
Okay. Okay, and you don't have to. I mean, it's good. it's good for everybody to keep pace together. So, do you have it narrowed down? Oh,
got it
well,
now, yeah.
you've got it now. Okay, great. So now, same thing. You can close the classes window, and in your chat window, when you added your race, it should have told you guys. I don't see it, but you guys should see what it did to your stats. Did it show you that?
Yeah, I've got that.
Okay, so you guys all see what it did. It added numbers to your original numbers. So now you can do the same thing with class. You can go to the classes window, pick which one you want, and drag it onto your character sheet under the class and level. And it will populate the class for you. It'll give you a bunch of stuff on your character sheet automatically, and it will also put a 1 by it. So you'll see that you're level 1, whatever you are. And if anybody's having trouble, just let me know. All right, so Adam
Sorry,
is...
like my computer's being slow, so.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, it's really slow for me too.
Yeah, don't. It's probably because it's loading stuff. It might still be loading stuff from the library. That's fine. Adam has chosen to be a Tabaxi Rogue. Joe is going to be an Aaracokra Paladin. Michelle is a Tiefling Witch Hunter. Richard is a Fallen Aasimar. How do you say that, Richard? Aasimar?
Aasimar.
Aasimar. Yeah, that is an I. My eyes in this fantasy ground font. Crazy. Paladin.
No worries.
And Ren is going to be a Triton something. We'll find out in a minute.
It'll be a bard, but my laptop's just being a bit of a pain in the ass at the moment.
Okay, so you're going to be a bard. Okay, so yeah, drag that on when you're ready.
I will when it lets me.
And for the rest of you, you can go up to the top left of your character sheet and double-click the portrait, the black space, and it will bring up, should bring up a thing of tokens. And you can go into the bag that says D&D 5e. You can double-click that, and sometimes when you double-click that, it takes a second to open it, so don't feel that you're being neglected if it doesn't do it right away. And then there's going to be a bunch of bags in there, and you can mouse over them and try and find the race that you are, and go into that and pick some picture that you like and click it, and it'll make it your character token. If you can't find your race, it's probably in the other bag. There are examples of the ones that are in like the Volo's guide that aren't part of the regular the ones. But anyway, find something you like, and you can also use a portrait that's a picture that you like from the internet or whatever. But that takes special doing, and we'll cover that outside the game if that's what you want to do. But for now, just find one that you like.
So the first thing we're clicking is tokens, is that right? And then?
Yeah, you're double clicking your portrait on your character sheet, the black square in the upper left.
All right.
When that window comes open, there is 2 bags there, or at least maybe you have more, but I have 2. It looks like a little brown bag, and it says, if you put your mouse over it, it says D&D 5e. You double click.
If you haven't bought it, you don't get that.
Oh, but you should, since I have it open in the library.
Maybe. I've got it because I've got all of it anyway, but I don't know if everyone else has got it.
Nothing's coming up when I'm double clicking, but then it might be just slow.
Well,
I think only people who've got the thing actually get that.
Oh, is that
so,
right? Okay, so I'll give her.
I read something on the forums about.
Okay, I hadn't even. I was never aware of that. I always thought that you could do it from the DM's thing, but. And yeah, Adam, you can use your own token picture if you want. Okay, so I'll give you one, Ren. Don't worry.
Sorry, just technical issues.
No, that's fine. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go look what a Triton looks like.
Can you give me one too?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
Is your tiefling male or female?
Female.
Okay.
My Triton's male, just for...
Okay, good, thank you.
Hey, I remember using that portrait.
Okay, so let me go and I need to look up what a Triton looks like so I can pick the, because the tokens aren't labeled, unfortunately. Ah, it's that guy. Okay. That is what a Triton looks like.
Cool.
My keyboard is American for some reason.
Mine does that sometimes.
Okay, how's it going with your computer, Ren? Is it still locked up or whatever?
It's not locked up, it's just Fantasy Grounds is being incredibly slow and keeps blinking and sort of expanding to include the taskbar and then not include the taskbar, and it's being a little bit strange.
Do you have it maximized on your screen?
As much as it'll let me, yeah.
Are you Mac or PC?
Oh, and it's just disappeared completely.
Yeah, it just said you went off the table, so that's fine. Don't worry, just try and come back. Are you Mac or PC?
PC,
And are you Steam or not Steam?
not Steam.
Okay, good. That's the best way to be, is PC with not Steam. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and close that and come back in, and we'll wait for you. Richard, you can keep that portrait if you want. I would personally prefer something lighter that I can see better, but you can keep that if you'd like.
Okay, I will see what I have.
And I'm going to go ahead and put... Ren, what class did you say you were going to be?
Bard.
Bard. Okay, I'll put that in for you so that we can move forward here.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, this is why I don't like to do it instead of the player. You get to choose 3 skills that you'd like to have proficiency in out of pretty much the entire skill list. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about? Arcana, persuasion, nature, medicine, perception, all that stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ren?
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you.
Can you hear us?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Can you
us,
hear
Mike?
us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
He can't hear us though.
Everybody type him a message. All of you type him a message in Discord. We can hear you.
Oh.
Maybe he'll get the message. Okay, so uh-oh, Fantasy Grounds is fucked. What happened? Okay. Okay, so Ren, are you still there? Ah, she might have had to reconnect.
He
No, yeah, hey, stream. I do have a storm in my area, but that's not the problem. The problem is my computer, my laptop that's a year old, can't handle Discord, OBS, Fantasy Grounds, Deepbot, my internet, watching the stream on the TV, and the chat bar on my other computer. I have too many things going, but every single one of them is necessary for me to stream my show the way
How's
I
that
stream
one,
it.
Rob?
Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Ren, she still shows in Discord, but she might have had to reboot her machine or something. I don't know. Okay. I'll catch her up. For the rest of you, this is why I don't like I don't like doing it separately, because now Ren is a he. Oh, my bad. I don't know why.
You said her character is going to be a man, yeah.
Oh, right, but I'm
It's
referring
easier
to.
to.
I'm
No,
referring.
it's just whatever is easier.
Okay, I was so far I've just been referring to people as their regular names, not their character name. So okay, so did you hear Ren what I had said about the skills? Were you able to hear me when I said that or no?
I did. I'm apparently it seems when have Fancy Grounds up, the push to talk thing isn't working or something. I don't know. My laptop is being really strange. But do this, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, it's just every time I try to rejoin Fancy Grounds, it just kind of explodes a little bit. I'm just trying again.
Yeah, it says you're connecting, so it should be okay. When you say it explodes, can you be more specific about what it does?
I don't know.
Probably get a bag of downloading all the modules and stuff. I get it when I'm doing it as well sometimes.
Sorry about this, guys.
Yeah, it says you're connecting, and then it says you're disconnected. So, I don't. I mean, it works. It obviously worked. You were here before, so it's working. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just start connecting, and then as it's starting to load stuff, I'll just kind of the screen will freeze up a little bit, and then it closes itself.
Okay, the screen freezing is very normal. Closing itself is not normal. So
yeah.
if the screen freezes, don't close it yourself, or is it just automatically closing it? Okay.
No, it just kind of disappears.
I
know.
If it happens again, if that just keeps happening over and over and over, best thing to do, I think, is reboot your machine, and we'll wait for you.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Sorry.
It's fine. I've done this millions of times. We have usually our game sessions are 4 hours, and I allow 4 hours to create characters, which takes 2. But it's gonna take us 4 probably.
Okay. Okay, I will be back as soon as my machine restarts.
Okay. So I kind of don't like to get. Oh, well, hold on. Let's. Nobody's ever heard back yet from Michael after that "Can you hear me" fiasco?
No.
No.
Am I still a robot meanwhile?
No.
No,
you're fine.
Cool.
Thibaut says have them open the modules part of the library and make sure they have access.
Yeah, man. What's the host address so I can put it in my?
Yay! He can hear us.
Grounds.
Oh, you can hear us now.
Send it to him as a direct message, I suppose, isn't it?
He might still be going off of the stream's audio. Who knows?
I'm this one.
So, okay, so let me handle that.
Yeah.
I'm going to type him a message in the stream. Okay, so I sent him a message in the stream, and Zaire, if you can hear me, I want you to close your Twitch stream. I want you to completely get away from that. Shut that browser window all the way down. Because I think you're hearing us, but you're hearing us 20 seconds after we do anything, which is why it's very confusing. You should only be talking to us in Discord. So make sure in Discord that you are in the Curse of Strahd chat. There's two things you can click on. There's a voice channel, which I show you're in, Curse of Strahd, and there's a chat channel, which is above that with a hashtag in front of it. You should click on that. And then we should be able to type messages in there. Oh my God, what a pain in the ass. I hate all this Discord shit. I want it all just to work for everybody right away. Hey guys, I moved Zaire to the general chat so that Tebow can help out. I'm gonna go up there for a sec. I'll be right back. Hey Tebow, thanks.
Yep.
It's just really frustrating. I know you've been listening on the stream,
Yep.
but Zaire might not even know he's here. I moved him up here, but I don't think he has any understanding of how Discord works, which I, by the way, totally empathize with. But yeah, if you can work with him, I really appreciate it. He's here, but you know, I don't know how much. I mean, you've heard. I don't know how much more to help him.
Yeah, I've been sending them images of Discord itself with arrows pointing at use this button, use this button, click on this, set up your devices this way.
Hey, DM
But he hasn't
Rondor, thanks
responded
for
yet.
the follow, man. I appreciate that. Hope I said your name right, DM
And with
Rondor.
what's her face with her mic was muted when she was had what's it called up. The problem is you have to have your what is it called? Your microphone device, your recording device open and leave that little box open. You just hide it in the background somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can tell her that. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Thanks, man. Okay, guys, I'm back. So Zayo's, I don't know if you guys can see it up in the general chat. Can you guys see his name up there? Oh no.
Yeah, I see him, yeah.
Okay, so he's up there. Hopefully Tebow can help him. So we'll continue. Ren should be back soon. So we've got class done. We've got race done. Now we need background. Have you guys looked at the backgrounds? Do you guys know which backgrounds you want to do?
No, I haven't looked at them.
Okay, so if you go to the side of the screen, everybody, and click on backgrounds, which is, what color is that? Oh, it's kind of a piss yellow. It's kind of a putrid green throw up color, whatever color that is.
Lovely.
And that'll open up all the backgrounds. And of course, there's many, many backgrounds. If you guys want to take a few minutes, if you don't know which one you want, you can kind of click on those shields and open them up and read them. Because depending on which background you pick, it gives you your, you know, it has a little bit of equipment. Mainly your class gives you your equipment, but your background gives you a couple extra skills, maybe some proficiencies with toolkits and so forth, a couple other pieces of equipment, and the amount of money you start with, which probably isn't that important. It also has your personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws in it. So if you guys want, even though we've only been going less than an hour, if you guys want to take a few minutes to read that and or grab a drink and or go to the bathroom, and we'll just sort of take another 10 minutes or so here for you guys to all sort of look through that and read some of those and pick the ones you want. If you do decide on one in particular that you want, you can go ahead and drag the the class that you want to your character sheet under background, and then after we get everybody all set with that, we'll continue. And if you guys have questions, just let me know.
Excellent.
Okay, I already picked. I've done the reading earlier. I cheated. I read in
Cheater.
advance.
Am I still a robot?
Yes.
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 What about the personality traits, or do you want to wait until everyone's back for that?
Sorry, say that again.
The personality traits and the ideals and bonds and all that.
What about them?
Do you want to roll for them, or do you want to? Should we wait until everyone's back for that?
You can do that if you'd like. You can roll from the tables if you'd like to do that, or you can pick one. It's up to you, whichever you want to do. If you'd like to have it decided for you, you can roll and it'll appear in the chat, and then you can just drag it onto your character sheet. And those, if anybody doesn't know what he's talking about, if you, on your character sheet, if you click the Notes tab, the fifth one down on the right-hand side of your character sheet, it shows your gender, age, height, weight, your size, and all that stuff. And then it's got personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws. And so in your background, those 4 things are there for you to either roll randomly on a table or pick one. And you can copy them. If you put them in the chat, or if you open up the table, you can just simply highlight it and drag it onto your sheet and drop it there. So that's what he's talking about. And that gets a little ahead of what we're doing, but you can go ahead and do it. I like to, especially for the new people that don't know anything about Fantasy Grounds, I like to kind of keep everybody at pace. And I know it's a little boring for those of you that are experts at Fantasy
Well,
Grounds.
I can wait if you want, Rob. I don't mind.
No,
waiting.
it's fine. I just want to, I want to keep everybody. See, this is what happens. You got a guy that can't connect. You got another person that can't,
Yeah.
their machine crashes. And we're all trying to do this together, because when we're playing the game and you guys are characters in an adventure, if somebody drops, we just keep going. But with character creation, it's very important that we all sort of do that together. And so I understand the frustration if you're somebody whose computer works perfectly and you know Fantasy Grounds and you're just sitting waiting to get this done. So I appreciate those of you that are in that boat, having patience. But also the people on the stream that want to know about character creation are able to watch and see how it's done. So yeah. So Ren says he's connected. Let's
It's
find
getting
out.
there.
All right.
I'm going to get a drink then. I've chosen.
Sure.
I'm on a loading screen, and she is fine for me, but it's just the character's going to be he, so whichever, like...
Call her Ren.
Hey, Tebow, I moved you down here.
All right.
That sounded so ominous when you said that.
Tebow is Genghis Khan in the chat. If you guys are looking at the stream, he's a guy that was trying to help. Zaire just disappeared.
He just disappeared again.
Anyway, that's Ron, and he's I've gamed with him for over a year, and so I put him in the channel with us to help Zaire, but he's gone now. Son of a.
I think
I'm not
back
watching
in.
the channel, but I've got the chat open in a separate window.
Yeah. So Genghis Khan on the chat, that's Tebow.
Yes, that's me.
Rob, you see what you typed in the chat? Please close the stream, shit it off completely.
Did I say shit it off?
Yes, you did.
Shit it off completely, will you? It's not the same as shutting it off, that's
Christ.
shitting it off. Yeah.
So who else was having problems with Discord shutting itself off when you had something else open?
Was that
I think Ren had problems when she was running it on her mobile.
No, that's not been tonight. But
Well, usually when that happens, when it shuts itself off when you're running something else on top of it, it's because the recording device somehow gets disconnected. So you just have to open your recording device from your speaker on the bottom right of your settings of your desktop, and just leave it open and just throw it somewhere in the background.
okay. Okay,
So Ren, are you back up on Fantasy Grounds?
I think so.
Okay. So since I chose your your class for you, it's asking me to choose the skills, which it normally would have asked you for, but
Okay.
you know the
It's any
skills.
3 for Bard, isn't it?
Any 3, yeah. So just tell me which ones you want, and I'll
Is that
click
right?
on it.
Or persuasion, deception, and sleight of hand, please.
Are you there now, Zor?
I'm back.
Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Brilliant.
Hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us? That's the answer.
Yes, I can now.
What?
Funky
It's
chicken.
actually working. Holy crap!
Oh,
Holy
God.
crap.
Actually, no, I'm going to keep it like that now.
I don't even want I don't even want to know what was wrong. I just would rather just say thanks to Tebow for helping you.
I'm not messing with nothing else.
Yeah, just
All right.
leave it.
Kick me into the general. Okay.
Okay, hey, thanks Tebow. Thanks a lot, man. Okay, so we've got he's here, everybody. Okay, so I'll type the if you go to the Curse of Strahd chat, so in case it's confusing, you're gonna stay. Your icon is gonna stay here in the Curse of Strahd voice channel, but you're gonna take your mouse in Discord and click on the Curse of Strahd chat, which is above. It says hashtag Curse of Strahd. Do you see that? Uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's still here. So do you see
Well,
the?
Oh man, what's
We hear you talking.
So do you see that or you don't see it?
I don't see it right now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so are you looking at your Discord interface?
I am looking at Discord, interface.
Okay, on the
I
left
see
hand.
I see everybody's name.
Okay, so above that, if you can scroll, maybe is why you don't see it.
No, I'm trying to scroll. It's weird. I don't know.
Okay, so tell me above Curse of Strahd, what do you see above that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's weird. Let me see.
That is weird. Okay, on the left-hand side of the screen, what do you see? Okay, he disappeared. Jesus, there he is. So, Michael.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
with this.
You can hear me though, yes?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so don't click on any other voice. Don't click anywhere that I don't tell you to click. That's what causes the problems. Is you disappear out of the room and then we can't. Okay, so on your screen, on your Discord screen, on the left-hand side of the screen, describe what you see on the left-hand side.
I see your picture. I see this download apps thing.
Okay.
I'm not. See, I'm trying to download the actual app on here, and it keeps giving me a dang error. The Discord S setup exe.
Oh, you're on Discord on the internet. You're in the web browser. Oh my God, no
Yeah,
wonder.
but I know, but I got it on there, but it's just it's weird. I don't know. It won't let. I keep getting an error for that binary file. So I'm probably gonna have to just try to get a hold of Discord himself and.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't anticipate this, you guys, because I mean, it could take
Me
an hour.
neither. So
Yeah, I mean, I know you're frustrated, and I appreciate you trying, and it is what it is. I mean, computers, I get it. Believe me, I get it. But we can't. I mean, we gotta. It's gonna. Well, I don't know what to say. If maybe just leave things as they are, because you're here and you can talk to us. So let's just leave everything as it is. Don't mess with anything. I will
okay.
I will send you a direct message. To tell you what the code is to get on the Fantasy Grounds table, and we'll see if we can just take it from there. Okay, so tell me if that message popped up for you.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so those 4 words are what you type in the Fantasy Grounds table to get on with us. Now, have you ever got on Fantasy Grounds at all at any time before?
I have familiarized myself with it, but as far as playing the actual game on it, no, I haven't played a game on it.
Okay, but you've signed on to a table before, so you know what those 4 words are that I gave you. You know what those are for, right?
No, actually, no. What are is that the host address?
Yes.
Okay.
So just type Zayor or Michael or whatever you want in the left-hand side, and then those 4 words on the right, and hit connect from join game. Is that your chair sliding around? What is that?
That is a nurse doing my blood pressure.
Oh, that's right. Are you in the hospital right now, or are you at home?
Yes, I'm on a heart transplant list.
Oh,
so
that's
I'm kind of in the hospital right now.
I didn't realize. Oh my God, you're such a trooper. Discord, and then now you're in the hospital. I didn't realize. You told me you're in the hospital, but I didn't realize that was a permanent thing. I thought you would go home from that.
No, it's not a permanent thing, but right now it is. I just got moved up for a heart transplant, so I'm kind of waiting.
Oh, well, God bless you. I had a liver transplant 2 years ago, so I know your pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I think heart might be a crazier. But you need them both. Whatever. You can't do without either one. So.
No, exactly.
All right, guys. So back to yeah. So when you're not talking, if you could lift up on your button, because we can hear all that noise, the background and the noise, so we don't want to hear that.
Okay, I'll mute it for now.
Okay. So once he gets on the table, we'll add his character, and I'll help him to catch up. He's connecting right now. I see here. So has everyone decided on a background?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Ren's a pirate. Outlander for Michelle. Adam took Far Traveler. Urban Bounty Hunter. Hello. And Knight of the Order. Okay, good. So you guys all have your backgrounds. So I believe the information on the front sheet for now on all of our character sheets is correct. You should notice on the bottom in the where it says your hit points. For example, Jiminy has 12. That number should be your class hit die, full amount plus your con modifier. So, for example, Jiminy has a D10 for Paladin, and then he's got 2 on his con, so it makes his hit points 12. Also, for those of you that would like to look at everybody's stats and stuff, you can do that. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can click on the green button that says Party Sheet. It looks like an eye with 3 little people on it. If you open that, you'll see everybody who's in the party, and it shows their names and their class and their stats and the 3 people that have dark vision because of their race. And so that's always there in case you want to look and see what's going on with everybody. Some DMs don't like to share that with the players, but I figure if you're sitting at a table with character sheets, you're going to pass your paper to the other guy anyway, so why would you hide it, Okay, so...
Looking like I'm on now.
Okay, cool. So, let me set these guys up with their next step, and then I'll help you in particular, Michael, to catch up to where we are.
No problem.
So what you guys want to do now is open your class, and how you do that, if you don't know, is on the front part of your sheet where it says Bard 1 or Paladin 1 or Rogue 1, whatever. If you go all the way down that line, there's a magnifying glass. And if you click that and open it, you'll see that your class, it opens a little box that says your level, your XP, your class, and everything. To the right of your class is the little shield. And if you open that, it'll open the box again and show your class. And you can scroll all the way down. And you keep going until you get to past the tables, any tables you might have in that description. You're going to scroll all the way down until you get to equipment. And when you get there, there's going to be a list of stuff there, and you can just keep that aside for a second.
Okay.
And now you want to go to items, the items button on the side. If you open, it's the yellow button that says items. That'll open a box, and you'll see an absolute ton of crap in there. And what you can do is go down, like say for example, the equipment, the bard gets a rapier or a longsword. Sorry, a rapier and a longsword, or any simple weapon if he doesn't want the longsword. So you would go down to the window
Sorry,
and
I thought it was a rapier or a longsword or a simple weapon, not.
You're right. I have to be able to read, and that's a problem of mine. So you're right, it is. It's a rapier, comma, a longsword, comma, or a simple weapon. Yeah, not and. So you're right.
Gotcha.
So what you guys want to do is go and if you go to the items window, you'll see type in the very bottom and a drop down window, and you can look for adventuring gear, armor, weapons, scrolls. It's all there. So in this case, you'd want to type weapons, and it'll bring up all the weapons, and then you can just scroll through, and you can even search further by typing in the search box, which of all those boxes there, the top gray one is the search box. So you could type in like LON, and it'll start narrowing stuff down. And all you need to do is find these items that are in your class description and populate your character sheet with them. So, and if I'm going too fast for all you guys, I'll come back to it. So let me get through it, and then I'll help you if you get lost. On your character sheet, so you should be dealing with 3 windows now. Your class window's open, the items window's open, and your character sheet. If on your character sheet you click on the inventory tab, which is on the right hand side, the 4th one down, you're going to just open up, and it's going to say equipment, treasure, encumbrance, and it's kind of just a blank looking sheet. What you can do is for your equipment, you can drag the shield out of the items thing over onto the left click it and drag it over onto your character sheet and drop it, and it will put it there for you. So like I just saw Ren did rapier. So you guys can do that, and you can populate all your equipment on the list. Did anyone not follow me, and does anyone need help with that? Okay, I'm going to take a silence as everybody's good. So while you guys are populating your equipment, I'm going to help Michael build his character. So Michael, what?
Yes.
Well, I guess we need to do your abilities first. So in an effort to speed these up, I'm going to go ahead and roll your dice for you, because
by all means.
It takes a few minutes to teach you how to do that. So I'm going to give you the
Yeah,
benefit of the doubt. As the DM, I'm going to give you 1 extra roll. So I'm going to roll 4d6 7 times, and we'll throw out the lowest one, and then we'll let your ability scores be. Actually, that's not even fair at all. I'm going to do it 6 times.
Yeah.
And then I'll write down your ability scores here. So you can see I rolled 4d6 in the chat window 6 times, and we dropped the lowest. So that's going to be 8, 16, 17, 10, 17, 10. Wow, pretty good. So you got 8, 16, 17, 10, 17, 10.
All right.
So do you know what kind of class you were going to play?
Yeah, I'm gonna play a dwarven cleric.
Dwarven Cleric, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, so I'm going to put in Dwarf Cleric.
Am I supposed to be saying something on here? Because I just see everybody's names. I don't even see my name or nothing.
Oh, yeah, it's
See a little screen that says
yeah,
"Welcome to Session 0."
right.
And it
Yeah,
says, "Do
because we've already gone. We've done. We've been here for an hour and 10
Okay.
minutes already. So
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
catch you up. Don't worry about it. I'll catch you
Okay,
up.
no problem. No
Okay,
problem.
so for Cleric, you get to choose 2 of the following skills. Have you played 5th edition before? I'm assuming you have.
Yeah, yes, I have. I've got the books right in front of me.
Okay, good. So for your Cleric, you get to choose 2 proficiencies with skills among history, insight, medicine, persuasion, and religion. Which ones would you like?
History and medicine.
Okay, perfect. And which domain did you want to choose for your Cleric?
I want to do the life domain.
Life domain. Okay, perfect. And let's get a dwarf on there. Races. And do you want to be a Duergar, Hill Dwarf, or Mountain Dwarf?
I want to be a hill dwarf because they got bonuses on their wisdom and stuff.
All right, cool. So you did, in fact, get a wisdom bonus of 1 and a con bonus of 2 for being a Hill Dwarf. So now we'll adjust your abilities accordingly. I'm assuming you want your wisdom to be the highest.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so we'll make that an 18 because we're going to use one of your 17s plus your 1. Which one would you where else would you like to have your abilities? Oh, you know what I'll do? Let's do this. Click on the PC button on the upper right.
Yes.
And do you see a blank character that says Michael there?
No, I do not.
Okay, 1 second. How about now? Close the window and open it again.
Yes, I do now.
Okay, so now you can just click on that and you'll be able to open it up and see what I see. And you notice that on the top of the screen it is there now.
Yes, I can see my guy. Yeah.
Okay, so the wisdom I've made 18 because I used one of your 17s and plus 1.
Yes.
So where else would you like to have? I'll give you a little reminder.
I need a good constitution.
Okay, so
the next highest would be constitution.
Okay, so we'll make that a 19 since we'll use one of your 17s, right?
Yeah.
Plus the 2. Okay. So you've got 16, 8, and 2 10s.
So 16 would be probably strength would be the best one.
Okay. 2 10s and an 8.
Let's do the 8 in charisma and then put the other 2. Yeah, you know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we've got your abilities done. And had you determined which background you wanted?
No, I haven't really. Any of them will be fine with me. You know, I can adapt to it.
Tell you what. On the right-hand side of the screen, click on Backgrounds, which is a button that looks to be, I think we decided, either urine or putrid puke, something like that. That's what color it is. And
I see
if you click on it,
on the right-hand side of the screen.
yeah, do you see a button? There's a bunch of colored buttons over there.
Yeah.
Backgrounds should be one. It's kind of a yellow, kind of greenish, olive. So I don't know what color it is.
I see a PC, a notes, a maps, a story, NPC, and items.
Okay. Click on the library button all the way bottom right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
open
There we
that
go.
and see up in the upper right it says all.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
Backgrounds.
So background. So go in there. You can open some of those backgrounds and look at them if you want to, or if you just want to pick one, whichever one you choose, go ahead and drag the shield of the background onto your character sheet where it says background.
Huh. I've got it
'Cause
open,
there's-
but there ain't nothing showing up.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting you. We did a bunch of steps that you haven't done. Okay, so what you have to do, Michael, is go ahead and click on the library button again.
Yeah. I got it.
Click on modules on the lower left. You're going to see about 1 million of them. Open them all.
I see. Oh, all like the encounters and all that.
Well, encounters doesn't sound familiar. Like,
Well, I'm in the library, but I see the background. I see classes. I see spells.
yeah, they have my little purple
the
picture.
Okay, never mind the modules. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So open
got
them
you
all.
now.
Open the ones with the purple pictures. Open the player's handbook. Open the Volos guide.
Okay.
Open every
Yeah, there
single
we
thing
go.
you can open. Just open them all.
Yeah, I got it. My bad.
No problem. I'm gonna pick out a nice little dwarf picture for you. Is your character male or female?
Male.
Okay.
Righty then.
So once all those are open, then you should be able to open the backgrounds and see them all.
Okay, yeah, I can see him now.
Okay, and then just, whichever one you want, just grab it and drag it over to the character sheet and drop it.
You talking about my icon? Oh no, never mind.
No,
My
yeah,
character.
your character sheet. Open up your character sheet and make sure you're on the front page of it where it says background, which is blank
Yeah.
now. And then whichever one
Yeah, I
of those you
got it.
want, just pick it and drag it over and drop it. And you'll be fine.
Go with City Watch, I guess.
Okay, great.
There we go.
And believe it or not, except for equipment, we're caught up to everybody else. So how's everybody doing on equipment? Is everybody coming along fine?
I think so. Is it? Sorry, I've just had a thought. Would it be okay to change my background, or?
Yes, you can change your background. It involves a little. It involves. Well, what's the reason you want to change it?
It's okay if not. I was just having a look at. If it's a bit of a fuss, then it's fine. I can keep it as that. But
well,
I
it
don't
is
mind.
it is a bit of a fuss, but I don't want to let you
That's
not
fine.
do it. But that's why I'm asking you what your reason is.
No, it's all right. I was just thinking. No, it's all right. Don't worry. I'll keep it as it is.
Okay. Okay, is there anybody that's completely done with their equipment?
I think I am. Just so.
Okay, so if you've done all the equipment in the class, go ahead and open your background, and there's equipment listed in there as well. It's just a couple things and some money, I think, but you guys can also do that. And I'm gonna, just for speed's sake, I'm gonna populate Michael's equipment for him. So that way, by the time I'm done, you guys should all be done, and then we should
Sounds good to me.
we'll all be on the same page.
Awesome.
Literally and figuratively.
you grab the if if it says you've got a pack like an explorer's pack, you just find that in the thing and drag it in.
Yeah, and when you put a pack in there, it's gonna put all that crap on your sheet. It's gonna do it all for you automatically.
All right, that was what I wondered if I did that wrong because loads of things came through.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's all automated.
Ooh.
Hey, Blythe 2020, thanks for the follow. Do you have 2020 vision? I can't see into the 4 years into the future. That wasn't funny at all. Please forgive me. Okay, so I might come to you for a question or two here, based on choices for your equipment, Michael. So stand by for a second.
Okay. I'm here.
All right, equipment items, yeah. So weapon, Warhammer. I'll bet you he's not proficient because it is a martial weapon. Yeah, okay, so he's got to take a mace. So mace it is. And so, Michael, are you on your character sheet? Did you push any buttons?
No, I'm on. Well, I'm fine. Yeah, I pushed
Okay, because
the inventory abilities.
yeah.
I'm set. My bad.
Yeah, so don't because what you did is I put a mace in there and it equipped it for you, and then you
Oh, shoot.
unequipped it. And I'm sure you didn't
my
mean to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
don't press anything unless I say it's okay because it's going to change the value of.
Okay.
Yeah, like I have to make certain assumptions that when people build their characters, these things are done, and if you undo them, then when we get to playing the game, it'll be like, "Where's your weapon?" You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
so
No
yeah,
problem.
so I'll go through all that. But yeah, I know you're excited and it's fun to push buttons, but yeah, try not to
All
until
right,
I get all
I'm
done
good.
here. Okay, so. He's going to have scale armor. Because is he proficient with chain? I doubt it. Let's find out, everybody. Light and medium. No. Okay, so he's going to get scale. Scale mail. Oh, what happened? Okay, so he's going to get... Okay, Michael, so given the choice between... you have a mace already. Would you
Yes.
like another simple weapon, or would you rather have a light crossbow and 20 bolts?
Give me a light crossbow. That way I can have a ranged weapon.
Perfect.
Never know when them ranged weapons come in handy.
Right? Okay, and let's see. So, are you fond of a priest's pack or an explorer's pack?
I kind of like the explorer's pack, but I'm not sure if it has anything to do with my character class for having a priest pack or not. You know, because it's got like incense and that kind of stuff in it. But the explorer pack, yeah, I can take the priest pack, I guess. I don't really need torches.
Okay, so you want the priest pack. Okay.
Yeah, just give me the priest pack.
What type of holy symbol do you want?
As far as the god I'm worshiping,
Well, I mean, it's just as a cleric, you have a holy symbol. I don't care which one you pick, but
yeah, it's any one of them, man. It don't matter, I guess.
I usually like to. I usually take the what is it? The emblem. So it's not a physical. It's on me, rather than.
Yeah,
I like to do that. Let's see.
exactly. Emblem.
Where the hell is holy symbols anyway? I can never remember. Fuck, it's not a weapon. Venturing gear, holy symbol. Yeah, the choices are amulet, emblem, or reliquary.
Yeah, just give me a, I guess a amulet,
Okay,
emblem.
got it. Oh shit, here's the fucking links. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's cleric now. Background. Let's go down to his equipment. Uniform, okay, yeah. A horn. Manacles. Pouch containing 10p.
Am I still a robot?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay. So I've got Michael's equipment finished. Is there anyone else? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I threw a vote up in the chat, so click that when you are done with all of your equipment.
It says I've got a belt containing 10 GP, but I can't find that.
There is no, well, there is a belt.
Actually, it
But
says a belt pouch, so I got a pouch.
yeah. So yeah, right. The belt pouch is just pouch, so that's right. And then below the equipment list, there's 6 blanks. There's 6 boxes with blanks next to them. Just type in the amount of gold in one of those boxes, and then next to it GP, and you can do GP all lowercase or GP uppercase. Either one will work. And when you receive treasure parcels and stuff in the game, Fantasy Grounds will apply your treasure to there, and it automatically knows gold pieces, silver pieces, copper pieces, etc.
So I put 10 in the box and then GP beside it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it says I've got a trophy. I can't find that either.
Okay, so what you can do for those of you that have items that don't exist, like the trophy, if you want, you can, on the bottom of your character sheet, click the brown circle with the line through it that says edit list. And when you do that, it'll put a bunch of red circles next to everything, and on the top there'll be a green button with a plus on it. And if you click that, it'll put a blank line in your inventory list, and then you can just type trophy or whatever the item is that you need to have there. So we still have 3 people working on their equipment. Okay, that's fine. You can announce that, Adam, if you'd like. And Michael, did you check the vote in the? Are you one of the people who's checked?
I haven't checked yet.
Oh yeah, go ahead and check because you're done.
All right.
Okay, so I will prepare the next step. Oh yeah, one thing you can do, Michael, real quick. On the top right, there's a blue small button that looks like a paint color palette.
Yeah.
It says
Yes.
colors. Oh, open that up and monkey around with that until your dice are the color you'd like them to be.
Okay.
If you want to leave them black, you can, but this way it kind of, and also you'll notice the dot next to your character up on the top is, it changes with that. Okay. Got equipment. For those of you that would like to, I don't require this as a DM, but if you'd like to for role-playing purposes, you can, in your background, get the ideals, bonds, flaws, and personality traits and populate your information on your notes tab. But even if you don't want to do that, go ahead on your notes tab and type in your gender, your age, and your height and weight. If anybody wants the height and weight tables to use for your character, I will share that momentarily. It's in the player's handbook, but I can find it here.
Hello. No.
Episodes like you had earlier.
No.
Whole room service thing.
Michael,
It's
make sure
alright.
your push to talk is off. We can hear the nurse.
Oh, my bad.
You're fine. You got a lot going. Got y'all.
Nursey.
I'm getting excited now.
She's a nurse. Ooh.
The height and weight tables are in the personality and background link I just posted in the chat if you guys want them.
I'm going to quickly grab a drink.
Okay. Who is the person that has not... The voting is anonymous in the window, so who is the person that is not yet done with their equipment? And I will endeavor to help you.
I do not have the vote on my screen because my Fantasy Grounds crashed, so I don't know if that's me or if that's someone who's literally not done. But if it is me, then what's it called? I'm done.
Okay. What are you... Is your Fantasy Grounds not there?
I pulled my Fantasy Grounds back up, but I guess the vote started while I was crashing.
Oh, okay. So everybody's done then. Okay, good. Okay. So for spellcasters, which is going to be... Does the Witch Hunter have spells? I don't even know.
I don't think so. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I don't think so. So it's going to be everybody except Michelle and Adam is going to have spells. You want to open the spells on the right-hand side. And I I opened skills, not spells. Where the hell is... Oh, spells is bottom purple. Okay. And you can further choose source. You can choose your class from the source list, and it'll narrow it down. And you can choose either level 0 for cantrips or level 1 for first level spells. And for paladins and clerics, I believe you drag the entire list of first level spells onto your character sheet. Before you do that, I built this just for this purpose. Everybody can go to their library, find the module that has my little picture on it in the supplements that says 5e spells known per class. Open that, and it'll open a little chart. If you go to the story entry and click on the D&D 5e spells and cantrips, it's going to open a window that looks very busy and crowded. But if you stretch that out with your mouse and make the window much bigger, you will see a list of all the classes. And rogues do get spells if they're an arcane trickster starting at 3rd level, I believe. But for example, it'll tell you in this table which spells you know. So like I said, the cleric and the paladin, they know all the spells in the first level spells, so you can drag them all to your character sheet. The bard knows
I've got
3.
I think it's 2 cantrips and 4 first level spells.
It's 2 cantrips and yeah, 3 plus. Plus indicates throughout leveling. Yeah, so did you say 2 cantrips and 4 spells?
That's what it. I mean, I've got just my player's handbook. Yeah, that's what it says in there, assuming it's the same as what you were saying to bring up, but I didn't because I had my handbook open.
Oh, okay.
So if it's the same as in the handbook, then yeah. Do spells go into abilities, by the way?
No, you. Oh, sorry. For those of you that are trying to figure out how to drag your spells onto your sheet and don't know how to do it, it is on the Actions tab.
Okay.
So the last tab is where you would drag all your
Oh,
spells.
there it is. Hi.
So the paladin and the cleric are going to drag every spell from the entire list onto their character sheet for first level, not cantrips, just first level. And then for cantrips, you have to decide which one you want, or which ones you want. So I'll help Michael first. I think you get 3. Why did I close that? Why, Rob? Why?
All right. I already know what cantrips I want, but getting them on my character sheet's another story.
Okay, no problem. So go to the spells, open the spells box. You should see the bottom, or toward the bottom, the purple button that says spells on the right-hand side.
It says spells, no. Right-hand side.
Yeah, just on the screen, all the way on the right, toward the bottom, there should be a purple button that says spells.
First of all, paladins don't get spells.
Right?
I see library items, storage, background, MC. All them damn books too.
Okay, so I'm not talking about inside any window. I'm talking about just in the Fantasy Grounds the whole thing, all the way on the right side. There's a bunch of colored buttons.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see toward the bottom? As a matter of fact, it is the bottom, except for the bottom 2. There's a purple button that says spells. Do you see that?
No, I don't.
Oh boy.
Got to go
Okay.
into the library, ain't he?
what do you see? See, I can't see what you see, so I just have to assume that you're looking at what I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
No, Rob, what he's got to do is he's got to go into the library and tick the create PC button, hasn't he? Because they changed it, remember?
No,
In
no, we
3.21.
we already did that. We did all. He should see all the buttons.
Oh, okay. I was
Unless
AFK
that
when he
somehow
did it.
got unticked. Okay, so click on. You see the library button, Michael?
Yeah, I see the library button.
Okay, so click on the library button. Open that window. In that window, all the way top right, you should see all. Click on
Yeah.
all. Now there should be a
Okay.
function. Okay.
Now I see the spells.
Okay, close the library window so you get that out of your face.
All right.
Now click on the spells button. And do you see
All right.
okay, so that opened up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now go on the bottom of that box. It says source, and then on the right is a gray blank box. You should open that and choose cleric.
Cleric life domain.
No, just choose cleric for now.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, now in the level, choose 0.
Got it.
So there's all the cantrips for clerics, including ones
Okay.
from the Book of Lost Spells.
Okay.
Now, the ones you want, just drag the shield right over to your actions tab on your character sheet.
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, by the way, Adam, you don't have to feel as though you're stepping on my toes. If you have information that is way better than what I have, just go ahead and offer it, because I'd rather you offer
Okay,
it.
sorry.
I'll tell you if you're overstepping your bounds, which you probably won't be, but I don't see that whisper until it's already over, So, but you still have a robot voice, just in case you want to know.
All right, I got the cantrips in there.
Okay, perfect. Now, go to that spell window and change it to level 1.
Okay.
And although there's about 1 million of those,
Pick.
clerics know all spells.
Yeah.
So it's going to make your character sheet very busy. But as a player, I like to have all the information available to me.
Yeah,
So I would drag each and every single one of those over to your character sheet. Now, as to what you prepare is going to be a different story. But
yeah, for sure.
You're still going to know all those spells, every single last one of them.
Okay.
And for those of you that haven't done it yet, how dare you, because you got ahead of me, you can go ahead and change your real name to your character name. So, Jiminy, paladins don't have first level spells, is that right?
They don't get
That
spells
is
till
correct.
second. They don't get cantrips either.
And sorry about that. That's twice now that I've gotten ahead of you without even thinking about it. I'll have to be more careful about
That's
that.
okay. That's all right. Okay, and so, Michael, for your character, you'll have to decide which of those first level spells that you want to prepare. So even though you know all of them, you can prepare 1 plus your wisdom modifier, which I think is 4. So you can prepare 5 of those. And I can show you how to signify that you've prepared those.
Okay.
On your character sheet, have you put them all there? In fact, are they all there?
I'm
still working
on it.
Okay. So for the bard, Keros, have you decided on your spell selection?
Yeah, I've sorted that.
You have, okay. And do bards have every spell on there is prepared, right? Or that's not true. You can only prepare
No,
one.
they know a number of spells per level. So I know 4 spells, but only have 2 spell slots.
But you can only prepare one spell, isn't that correct?
I don't think we prepare them, no.
Oh, it's just per your slots.
Yeah, I think it's just like you know a number per level and you
Oh,
can
right,
use
okay.
any of those.
Got it. They don't prepare. Okay. So many damn different classes and ways of doing it. I don't know.
No, I know.
I'm glad you
dealing
guys
with
know.
the clerics, just... Bard is my comfort zone. I usually play Bard, so...
Yeah, and I've played a cleric a number of times, so I know that in particular. I like the cleric because it, as far as character preparation, it's, oh, I know everything. And then I just prepare what I want.
That's fair.
All right, I got all them spells in there now.
Okay, so on that sheet down at the bottom there, you'll see mode and display.
Yeah.
So change the mode to preparation. Now you'll see a tick mark or a little circle on the left-hand side of all the spells.
Yeah.
And basically what you can do is go down through that list. I know some of them you might not even be familiar with because they're from the Book of Lost Spells. And if you want to read the spell description, you can click on the shield on the right and see what it's all about. But take a few moments to go through all that and tick 5 of those that you want to prepare. And once you've done that, like I'm just going to click the last 2 just for an example, Sanctuary and Shield of Faith. Then I'm going to change the mode to combat. Oh, wait a second. I got to fix something on your character sheet. So then when you change to combat, it basically hides all of the spells that you aren't dealing with. And it just shows you your cantrips and your 2 spells that you've chosen. And if you go back to preparation, it opens them all back up again. So I'm going to untick those and let you tick which 5 you want. But that's how that works. So so it makes your character sheet not busy and you can sort of keep track of it.
All right.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or problems that they've run into or things they need help with on their character sheets? Besides Michael, who's working on his spells at this point.
No, I think I'm all right.
Yeah, I think I'm there, actually.
If I'm not all right, I don't know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I don't know.
Exactly. A lot of times, some of the things that are that get crazy, both technically but are also very fun, is the automation of Fantasy Grounds, like certain effects that get applied to you in the combat tracker and so forth and so on. So now what I'd like everybody to do is, and it looks like Michael's chosen his spells, or he's got all but one. Go ahead and go on your abilities tab, and on your character sheet, 3rd tab down is abilities. Go ahead and open each one of those and read through them, and make sure you know what those all do, how those all work for you. In some cases, you might have extra spells that you need on your list, which I can help you with. If anybody has a resistance of some kind, or a proficiency of some kind, or something that is always the case, like for example, Michael has Dwarven Resilience. He has advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance to poison. So I can make a effect for him that if he's attacked and is given poison damage, he'll always take only half of that. So if you guys go through all your abilities and sort of jot down on a note or anything that any effects that you don't know how to build yourself, because I know Richard and Adam probably know how to build those, but if any of you don't, then I will help you with that.
Okay, I have resistant to cold, and I don't know I'm putting that in.
Okay. Let's find out which ability gives you that.
Guardians of the Depths.
Okay, cool. Let me try something here. Okay. So on your character sheet on the Actions tab, I've just put Guardians of the Depths on there under Powers. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do this. So right-click anywhere in that line and choose, in the radio menu, choose the arrow that's pointing down right that says Add Action.
Yeah, got
And
it.
it's going to give you another one, and you want to choose the little man that says Add Effect.
I see.
Okay, so now on that effect button, go ahead and click the magnifying glass that's on the right-hand side of that, and it'll open another window that says Description, Conditions, Modifiers.
Yep.
So in that window, you're going to type Guardians of the Depths. You can cut and paste it or type it. Typing is probably faster. And then semicolon. And then space. And then the word resist in capital letters. And then colon, space, and the word cold in small letters. Right. So now this duration is always, so you just leave it at blank rounds. It'll always be on you. And down on the bottom where it says targeting, click in that window till it says self. And then close that window. And now you can click, go ahead and open the combat tracker, which is the double crossed swords pink button on the top.
Yeah, got it.
And do you see yourself in there? So now click on that effect button that we just built. All right, so now you have that on your character, and it's got Guardians of the Depths. So when I, as the DM, look at that and go, why? Most people would just put resist cold, but this way, as the DM, I can go, oh yeah, that's what that's from. So that'll always just be on you. And then if you get attacked with cold, you'll take only half the damage.
Awesome.
Oh, so I have hellish resistance, which is resistance to fire damage. Do I have to do that as well for that? Or is
yeah, absolutely. So usually what I do is I go to the abilities tab, I open hellish resistance, and it says you have resistance to fire. I drag it onto my actions tab, which I've just done for you, and it didn't. In some cases it'll build the effect for you, but in this case it didn't. So same thing for you on your character sheet, Shundry. That's gonna be hard. Shundry, holy crap! Because I want it to be Sundry. You would right click on the hellish resistance and choose the arrow for add action.
So where do I? What page is that on?
Oh, okay,
Weapons.
sorry. Yeah, no, actions. Well, yeah, it's where your weapons are. But you see where I put
actions, yeah. Oh, yes.
So I put that on there already, the power. But you can right click on that, choose the down arrow to the right, which is add action. And then choose the little
shit.
Yeah, or you can erase it, whichever, that's fine. Whatever, that's
Sorry.
cool. Try that again.
So arrow.
So arrow, and then the little man, which is add effect. And then where the effect is, click the magnifying glass to the right of that. And then in the description, you're going to type in hellish resistance. And I'm going to go back over this because I am an absolute Nazi about about capitalization and all that.
Oh, you do it.
Okay, so now we're both editing the same. Oh, well, you just edited it, I guess. I don't know what happened there. We're both in the same place.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Okay, so just Okay, so yeah, we were both trying to type it at the same time, so hold on. Okay, so after that, a semicolon. And then a space. And what the semicolon does is it tells Fantasy Grounds, hey, that's just a label. I'm not gonna pay attention to that. But now it's gonna pay attention. So the word resist in all capital letters. And a colon and a space, and then the word fire in small letters. And Fantasy Grounds is also an absolute Nazi. If you don't do the capitalize or the small case or a colon instead of a semicolon, that should be a colon, not a semicolon. And if you do any of those things wrong, Fantasy Grounds just ignores it. Won't even do it. So sometimes when the effects don't work, you go in and you look, oh, I put a colon instead of a semicolon.
So what was next?
The word fire, all small case.
Okay.
And then it's always going to be on you, so you don't make any duration. You just leave that blank rounds. And on the bottom where it says targeting, click on the word targets until it says self. And what that's doing is it's telling Fantasy Grounds, hey, when I click this effect button, put it on me instead of whoever I have targeted as my enemy. That's what that does. So
Right.
now if you look in the combat tracker, you'll see Shundry in there. And if you click on that effect button to the left of what we just made, it will apply it to you. Boom.
Oh,
So now you, anytime you're attacked with fire, will only take half damage.
okay. And I've also got Infernal Legacy on traits. Is that a similar thing, or?
Let's find out. Let me read it. You know the Thaumaturgy cantrip, so you can go look that up and drag it onto your actions tab.
I know the
third
what?
level, it says the Thaumaturgy cantrip. So if you go to spells, if you go open the spells button on the right hand side,
Yeah.
just start typing in the search box THU until you find it.
I don't. It's not there.
It's THAU.
Oh yeah. And then drag that where?
Or again, I go back to my not being able to read because
It's
I'm
fine.
stupid.
I play a tiefling on Mondays, so I'm fairly familiar with.
I just wasn't reading. I was just listening.
Fair enough.
So where do I put that?
Okay, so drag that Thaumaturgy. Drag that from the spells thing. Just grab the little shield and drag it over to your actions tab where your weapons and the hellish resistances we just built, and just drop it. There you go.
Rob, someone just said in chat that the resistance is a colon, not a semicolon. On the hellish resistance, she's put a colon.
Oh, after it should be a semicolon.
No, it is a colon.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Go. Okay, maybe he's talking about the Guardians of the Depths one, because on the Guardian Depths it is a semicolon.
Oh, it should be hellish resistance semicolon resist colon. Yeah, but I thought we had. I thought we had that right. You must have went back and changed it, thinking I meant the whole thing. So yeah.
Can I change it now? Or?
Yeah, go ahead and change it. Yeah, so it should be
hellish resistance, then semicolon.
Let me explain this for all of you, because you guys need to know how you'll be building these in the future. So you need to know how this works. So Fantasy Grounds, anything. Oh yeah, and I see you've applied it to yourself 65 times in the combat. That's awesome.
That.
I'll get rid of them all so that when you get the right one done, you can put it in there. So Fantasy Grounds treats anything that you type in an effect prior to a semicolon as just a label. It doesn't even look at it. It just blows right by it. But it's good for you to see the label to know what you're having on your character. So then
I have a quick question. One of my spells is a racial thing, and it's something I can do once per day. Is there a way of marking that?
Okay, let me finish what I was saying, and then I'll get to that.
Right, sorry.
So a semicolon is just going to tell Fantasy Grounds in the coding, hey, look, this is a label. Don't even pay attention to it. A colon is something that is between an effect you're doing and what that effect does. So, for example, if you guys look on the combat tracker, you can see either the resist cold or the resist fire. You see that it's all capital resist, colon, and then space fires all small. All the damage types will work in there. Acid, thunder, lightning, all of them will work. On the character sheet itself, you guys don't see it in the combat tracker, but for those people that have it on their character sheets, there's also a semicolon bracket self. That is a thing that is telling it when you click the button, put it on me, don't put it on an enemy that I'm targeting. That's what that means. So now go ahead with the question again about I've already forgotten it.
Yeah, so I have the Fog Cloud spell as part of being a Triton, and it's a once per rest thing. Is there a way of marking that?
Yes. Let's find out.
You go to preparation, don't you? And then it gives you a little how many times a day you get to use it, and you just type in the number.
And which one was this? Which feature?
I think it's control air and water.
Oh, control air and water. Here we go. A child of the sea, you can call in the magic elemental air and water. You can cast Fog Cloud with this trait. Starting at 3rd level, you can cast Gust of Wind. And starting at 5th level, you can cast... Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so... You can't do this again until you finish a long rest. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You've already got Fog Cloud on your sheet, so that's good.
Yeah.
So... on your sheet, in the group on Fog Cloud, where it says spells for the group, instead of just edit that spells to say control air and water.
Ah, brilliant.
Okay, so now it moves it up there. So now, since it's up there, you can go into preparation mode, and next to Fog Cloud, it'll say 0 daily. You can put once daily.
Brilliant.
So when you put a 1 in there, and then go back to, have you done that? There we go.
I've done that.
Yeah, so now when you go back, actually, I don't see that you put a 1 in there. You did it under Guardians of the Depths.
Oh, I spilled them all. Oops, my bad.
Okay, so now when you go back to combat, you'll see there's a little tick circle there.
Yeah.
When you use that, you can tick that little mark, and it'll disappear that off your character sheet. And it'll stay disappeared until I give the party a long rest, and then it'll come back.
Awesome, thank you.
And that's super awesome.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So it says I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 people every day. Do I need to do anything for that?
No, just that wouldn't be anything that would have a code for it or anything for programming. That's just something you as your character need to remember. So if it ever comes up, you can say, "Hey, I can find us food and water.
Yeah, okay.
I have this ability and whatever." So yeah, but you wouldn't code anything for that because it doesn't happen in combat or anything like that.
No. Okay.
All right. We're moving right along, guys. So awesome. I appreciate everyone's patience. I'm so glad we were able to get Michael on board for this. I'm going to let you guys look over your characters and tweak it a bit. It's halfway point for our normal 4-hour sessions, at which point I usually try to take a break so everybody can, bathroom and drink and eat and, maybe a quickie out in the street with the neighbor. I don't know what you guys do. But
Yeah, my neighbour was just
Excellent.
knocking on the door a minute ago. I thought I'd get a
There you
dinner
go.
one.
Well, tell him I said hello. And it's snowing outside where I am, so I'm gonna go step out on the porch and put my little shoes on and go out and take a breath outside with the snow. So
That's
we'll
awesome.
Nice.
we will come back in 10 minutes, say quarter after the hour.
Okay.
Okay, brilliant.
All right.
Okay,
Still a robot.
I tried.
We're used to it now. We're just going to call you Dalek for short.
Holy fuck, it's cold out there. right. Break time's almost over. We might actually play some today. Let's see. I think they're pretty much ready. So let me... Oh, I didn't put the countdown on. Oh, that's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. I should have put the countdown on. Damn it. I have been neglectful in my duties, as it is slightly overwhelming to there we go. Started it at a minute. Should be about right. It's slightly overwhelming to run this or get these guys all set up with their characters and whatnot. Got to get my story ready. I want to find the I want to think where it says you have been invited. I need to read that. There it is. I'll read that. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll read that. That's ominous. Not showing no goddamn pictures, man. Okay, I've thrown a vote up in chat for who's back and ready. I think we lost Adam off Fantasy Grounds.
No, I restarted my machine. I'm just
Yeah, and you guys in the Curse of Strahd Discord chat, you guys need to get in the habit of changing your nickname in there to read parentheses your character's name. So Adam, you actually have yours backwards. It should be your name and then your character's name in parentheses. And I should do that myself. And that's because when I get it fixed, those names will actually show on the stream, and people will be able to see the names highlight, the circle when you talk and all that stuff. There's a problem with that for me right now, so
Oh, my name's already Chandri, but I put Michelle at the end. Is that the wrong way around then?
yeah, if
I
your
think you've got
characters,
your-
if you're Shundry and Shundry, you can just leave it Shundry. It's just so people understand, like when they watch the stream, they're like, whose voice is that? And then this way they'll be able to tell. But if it's Shundry, 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 then just leave it the way.
Okay.
That's fine.
so I'm on that.
Robot.
Yep.
Not just robot, but slow robot. It's like you're a drunk robot. It's awesome.
That's funny.
You got this is the trick, right? When you're streaming, is mostly don't listen to what the people tell you, because half the time it's them that's wrong, not you. Say, oh, you're really quiet, and you're booming out really loud to like the other half.
So Richard, please change your nickname.
Oh yes. Okay. To my. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's here. Awesome. So, anybody have any questions on their character? Any effects they need? Any spells they don't understand? Anything they think's missing on their character sheet? This is a catch-all, call-all for any changes or edits or anything that we think we need to do with your characters.
I added 20 levels. Is that all right?
Yeah, 20 levels. Everybody's 20 level. I'll kill you first.
Yes.
I've got a question.
Sure.
Where it says proficiencies, it doesn't actually list them. It just says what I can have. Is that right?
Um.
On my character sheet.
Let me look. You mean on your abilities tabs?
Yeah, I think. Is it? Yeah.
It says armor tool.
Yeah, I've chose all the things that I chose, but it doesn't change it there.
No, the oh, you mean you pick? Well, I don't know what you mean. You chose. I guess I'm not following.
Well, okay. So on the when we chose, what did we choose? Hold on. When we chose the equipment, for instance.
Yes.
So those things there are my equipment, and I've chosen those, but it hasn't changed it there. It just says what I can have.
Right, because the equipment is on a whole different tab.
Right, so that is right. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, it's just telling you, hey, you can use light and medium armor. You can use alchemist supplies. Anybody can use alchemy supplies, but you have a proficiency with it. So
Right,
we haven't got to that yet, but like people, maybe somebody has proficiency with thieves tools or disguise kit or whatever. So that's actually, I'm glad you asked that, because this is a great time to address this. So when everybody opens their character sheet, look at the abilities tab under proficiencies, which is probably 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth tab down, proficiencies, and it tells you armor, tools, weapons, whatever it says there for you. If you have tools like alchemist supplies or musical instrument or thieves tools or disguise kit or whatever it says for you, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the skills tab, which is the next one up. This is where all your skills are: acrobatics, athletics, blah 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 blah. And we're going to add thieves tools or disguise kit or musical instrument or whatever it is you have. We're going to add these. And how you add it is just click on the bottom right where the edit list circle is. Click on that, and it'll put a little green plus up top. You can click on that, and it'll open up a blank line, and you can start typing what the thing is. Now, be careful when you start typing. Sometimes right away it likes to reorganize your sheet and alphabetize it, and it'll disappear, and it'll freak you out. So
I literally just had that and was like, oh god.
yeah. So don't think anything's wrong. It's just it's just a computer, so it's saying, hey, this belongs down here, and it'll reorganize it for you. So once you get back to where you were, you can type in your tool. Some of you may have more than one. You might have thieves tools and a musical instrument or whatever. The musical instrument needs to be specific. So if it says you have one choice of a musical instrument, you need to decide what that instrument is and put that in your inventory, and then use that. Like I'm going to use the lute or a flute or whatever you're going to do. So once you type in the thing on that line, you can click the star next to it so that it turns yellow, because you'll be proficient in that. And then the stat that you choose when you click on stat, you can change through those Dex, Wiz, Intelligence, Strength, Charisma, so forth. If you don't know what stat you're supposed to use for the particular item, just ask me and I'll tell you.
I've got, so I guess a loot. I've got loot and navigator's tools.
Okay. Let me look. Yeah, loot. Okay, so navigator's tools, you want to use wisdom.
Oh boy, okay.
And sorry, not wisdom, intelligence.
Oh, that's good. I have -3 on wisdom.
Yeah, so use intelligence, and for loot, use charisma.
Okay.
So I've got a pan flute.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
How'd you find out what stat it is for a musical instrument?
Musical instrument stat is charisma because it's basically performance.
Oh, they're all charisma. It's not different for different weapons.
Mm-mm.
Nope. I think because it's linked with performance. And then...
All right. So I just put charisma.
Yep, that's fine.
I also have with water vehicles. Is that, what would that one be?
I doubt we'll get into that, but you might as well put
I
it on
know,
there.
but it's, you know, it's there, so
What
might accidentally end up on a boat.
water vehicle would be intelligence.
Okay.
So do I need to add the alchemist supplies to that list as well?
You might as well, yeah, and make that alchemy supplies, make that intelligence as well.
Okay.
Kind of an arcana, like how smart are you? Do you know how to make potions without blowing yourself up? Ooh, I see we have 4 dark vision people and 2 who have regular old sight. Sorry, I was just getting excited.
Oh boy, that spells disaster.
No
What is the
TPKs at
DM?
level 1.
No
Bad rob.
TPKs at level 1. Yeah, bad rob, bad kill everyone. Make a character for 2 hours and kill it in the first 5 minutes.
I had a one shot a couple of weeks ago where my tiefling was in the process. It was a tiefling bard actually. Was in the process of dealing with a situation and almost managed it with 0 combat until the human that was sneaking behind me decided she needed light and alerted everyone.
Nice. Beautiful.
Oh, sorry. Did you say intelligence for alchemist supplies?
Yeah, intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. It seemed I looked at somebody and they didn't have enough skills, it seemed to me. Yeah, and don't forget, Shundry, to mark your alchemist supplies and pan flute as proficient by clicking the star to make it yellow.
Ah, okay.
And it seems to me that you don't have enough skills there. Wonder why that is.
It just said to add 2.
Quick question. Same skill forces with the rule to.
Your voice, Adam, I can't. It's not a quick question. Because this is what you sound like. Quick question. Is the skill that's what we hear. I don't know what's going on. It's hilarious, I'll tell you that. Is that your headset or your mic or what is wrong? How come that keeps happening? If you get the same skill from 2 sources, do you get choose a different one? No. That's a very good question. The answer to that is if you are proficient in 2 skills, that does not mean you are double proficient in the skill, and it also does not mean you can replace the skill. So if you are a class and you got a and if that's not what you're asking, I'll address what you're asking, but this needs to be said anyway. So if you got persuasion from your class and you also got it from your background, that just means you have persuasion and you don't get any extra benefit from that. But that's not what you're asking, Adam. What are do I misunderstand? If you get the same skill from 2 sources, do you get to choose a different one from one? I got perception from race and perception from background. The PHB says I can choose a different one. Ooh. That is something I don't know about, and so I need to see that rule. Can you post or tell me where to look that up in the PHB, please? Because I'm wrong about that, if that's true. So Shundry, it told you to pick 2. Are you talking about when you put your class in and it told you pick 2 from this
Yeah.
list?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
that's all I picked. So
your background should have given you more.
all right. Where do I see that?
Well, it should have done it automatically. When you put your background in, it should have asked you.
Did you drag your background in, or did you just type it in?
So let me
No, I dragged it in.
let me find out. Athletics and survival. Okay. I think what happened was you were one of the people that you chose. Do you remember what you chose? Perception and athletics. Is that what you chose?
Yeah, that's what I chose. Yeah.
So let's go find out, because athletics was given to you by your background. So let's get another one for you. Let's go to Witch Hunter and see what other choices you have. No one's ever played a Witch Hunter before. I'm excited.
Oh, good.
You gain the following features. No. What is that? Where the hell is the...
Can I have persuasion? I want persuasion.
Oh, here we go. Athletics, acrobatics, arcana, history, insight, and perception.
I've got perception. Insight. That's what I'll choose.
Okay, so you marked it, so that's good. Okay, so you're good. Page 125. Okay. If a character would gain the same proficiency from 2 different sources, he or she can choose a different proficiency from the same kind, skill, or tool instead. Oh, wow. No, I never knew that. That's actually, I've been misinformed this whole time. So yes, you can do that then, Adam. You can pick a different one, but it must be from the same kind.
Bad Dungeon Master.
Bad Dungeon Master. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Anybody else missing anything or think they need anything from their characters?
I think I'm good.
Rob, can you check to see, just to make sure that my resistances are set up correct?
Necrotic and Radiant?
Yeah.
Yes, I looked at that. It does appear to be correct.
Awesome, thank you.
10 points to you.
And actually, let's just do something really quick. Don't panic, Richard. I'm not killing you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just testing it.
Oh boy.
I'm just testing it. So yeah, so necrotic works. Who does radiant damage? What monster does radiant
Cleric
damage?
spells.
Radiant.
Who does? Nobody? None of you guys know who does radiant damage? That's good if you don't know. Well, cleric spells, yeah. Okay, so who has Sacred Flame? Does Thorn have Sacred Flame? Okay, yeah, so those both work, Richard.
Awesome, thank you.
And I know the fire and cold will work, because I sometimes what I was wondering about was the comma, but that's exactly how you do it. Cool. Okay, so hit points 9, 12, 9, 9, 11, 9. Sounds like a bunch of Germans. Because you see 9. Okay.
I see what you did there.
I'm going to do something
Yeah.
that's very possibly exciting. First thing I'm going to do is I need to let everyone know I'm going to stop the stream momentarily. So those of you that are in the stream, do not freak out because I'm going to stop the stream and start again. And I'm doing that for a very specific reason. You guys won't. You guys will still hear me, but I'm going to stop the stream